Yeah.
Boy Giant are back. Wait a minute. You guys look really young today. What the
You ever seen 17 again?
man? I need
like,
to. I don't. What are you guys drinking? Because you guys are looking
Wait,
good.
it's the soap. It's the soap. You know, it's.
or Benjamin Button, the black or the bear is
I scrubbed really hard, and
really washed up top to bottom.
I tell you, well, you guys looking good. You're looking good. So what's going? How was your guys' weekend? What's been going on with you guys on this weekend? How is everything going so far?
Simon, take it away.
It's been cool. Granted yesterday, but I mean, luckily I'm a Minnesota fan, but it still hurts because from Baltimore, but to see them lose in such a way that they didn't play that game. But considering weekends are always short, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched the game. That was very disappointing. Sorry, Ravens. I'm from Silver Spring, but I can claim Maryland because I'm from there. But Manchester United won 4-2 in the FA Cup, so that's a good win there. So it's
that good.
I mean.
Well, everybody, we are so glad to have as you can see, these two wonderful young men. I'm gonna let them introduce the real hosts of the show. Let them do that at this time. The real host, go ahead, fellas.
One of the real hosts is none other than the Pops, Simon Rollins.
And my dad, Mark Brodus. You're welcome. Oh, wait, that's for you.
Hey, guys, you're doing a good job.
What's it need?
He just kicked us out, man. Now I'm gonna go to my hairstylist now and get some cornrows or something, man. So he can look alike.
And my facial hair don't move so long, so my son has facial hair.
Thank you for giving me your hair, Dad. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey guys, glad you're on the show with us tonight. We're gonna have some fun because tonight we're talking about why are people so interested in sports. And earlier we were talking about Man United. Yes, that was they played against one of the sorriest teams, and they still got 2 goals on them.
No, they're not. Yeah. Newport are not sorry.
They're sorry.
No, they're the 79th best team in English football. Sorry. It was called Newport, which they like second division near the end. So, but yes, I understand. Go ahead.
Wow.
Sorry. It was sorry.
Well, Birmingham City lost 3-0 to Leicester, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa. That's aggressive.
Now, they're going to have a new name in a couple of weeks, and they're going to call themselves. It's going to be our football ground used to be called St. Andrews, but now it's going to be called St. Andrews Knighthead Park, which of course is owned by the owner is Tom Brady and another owner, Cook. So. They're starting to bring in some new players. We got a player from Korea 2 days ago. His name is Pop.
But you know what, guys? The most interesting thing, the common denominator we all have, and we'll all be sitting on the couch together for the Super Bowl. Isn't that nice?
No.
Ray, you gotta deal with this one.
Some teams got there quicker than most.
Commanders get on the couch before we do.
All right. You know what?
To go there. Okay.
Hold it, Simon. I wish I could say this, but it's going to happen to me too. The Cowboys kicked the Commanders off the couch and made them sit on the floor, and the Ravens came to kick the Cowboys off. So the Ravens are on the couch. The rest of us are on the floor watching.
We got all the family watching. We got everybody watching. So please,
hi, Mom.
Warriors United. And let me say this first. You talk to your mom afterwards. Everybody, subscribe. Push the button, please. Like it. Share it with your friends so we can go worldwide.
And we appreciate you.
Yes, we do. Every Monday.
So Malachi, when did you first start playing sports? Rupa was about to say
taking
something.
Questions and comments. So please, questions and comments. We want your questions and comments. So let's talk sports, guys. This is the first show, but we're talking on a Christian mindset, right? So let's talk sports.
Okay. So Malachi, tell our listening audience and viewers, when did you first start playing sports?
I started in the womb, actually.
In the womb?
Yep. It's like, okay, now I'll be serious.
He was kicking hard.
Yep. I started from my dad signed me up for Longmead Crossing when I was 4 years old. And it was with the same group of guys that he put me in Cub Scouts with. So they were all like one little group. But yeah, I started when I was 4 years old. Played club soccer growing up, played in middle school, high school. I played travel in high school. Then I played in college. And then I played in like a rec team after college in DC. And then I still play in the club league here in New York as well. So I've been playing since I could walk, essentially. Shout out, Dad.
Rupert's gonna say something to you.
I think we're gonna bring this up in the subject, but you play travel soccer?
Yeah.
Your minister, elder, dad let you play travel soccer?
I know. Listen,
and Deaconess.
When I tell you there were days that so my dad would he'd be like, Mac, you know I hate missing church, but I'm gonna drive you to this soccer game, and I'd be like, thank you, Dad. I mean, you signed me up for it, but but yeah, and he would. I remember one time, Dad, did you drive us down to Florida to Tampa for the Nationals? Or did you just go with us? No, I went by myself. You drove us sometimes to like, but you did drive us to like, or you drove me to Jersey and
that was a college showcase I drove you to, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. My dad put in many miles in his car for my soccer tournaments and showcases and all of it. But yes, my dad. Yeah, we would have a game on a Saturday, but we'd still be in church on Sunday because he didn't want to miss church. So yeah.
Okay. All right then. Son. We your illustrious sports career. Go ahead. What did I do?
I ain't got my bad.
I only got one son, bro.
Well, my bad. But I don't remember when I started. I know I was really little, basically playing with older kids. But I started playing basketball in elementary school. Then it went to baseball, elementary, middle. Then ended up doing football on the side, then basketball again. Then I ended up playing golf in high school. Then I ended up playing volleyball. And after that, I stayed with basketball and volleyball. Yeah. So
multi-talented man.
Yeah, so I get it. Oh, I mean, if you want to count like racquetball and badminton and stuff like that, you can say that too. But yeah, try them all.
All right. So Mark and Simon, what did you guys do growing up in sports? What were the sports you guys played?
I played football in high school.
That's it?
That's it. And that's why it was so interesting that Malachi, he didn't gravitate towards football. I think he played maybe a little bit of it, but that wasn't your forte.
Dad, mom would not have any. Football. There's no way. She's gonna get you after this.
She's listening. She's listening.
She's gonna get you after this, Dad. You know, there's no way Mom will let me try football. There's no way.
Hey, Rupert, it was a challenge for Malachi to even play soccer. My wife, bless her heart. Can I share this one embarrassing moment for you, Malachi? If I can.
Yeah.
So Malachi had an eye injury, and I happened to miss that game. But one of his teammates' parents told me about it. So Malachi had on protective goggles, so he was on the field, and the ref told him he couldn't wear it. My wife came off that sideline, went straight to the ref. Oh no, he has to wear those. My friend was like, yes, your wife did that.
No. Well,
how old was he? Oh wait, how old was he?
Oh no, I was in high school. High school.
That was middle school.
Middle school. Oh yeah, I remember y'all.
That was high school.
My mom was sitting in the little chairs they bring. My mom got out of the field, walked to the ref. She said he has to wear his goggles. He has to wear his goggles, the protective goggles. Ref was so mad, but I wore them.
My mama band.
My friend's mom was like, Anita, he can't wear his goggles. Mom got it. He has to wear his goggles. Just like that.
So now we know where soccer moms began with their aggressive.
Wow. We do. That's embarrassing. It's worse in high school. So my story is my son's not on here, but he played football, and my wife don't know sports at all. He got hit, got the wind knocked out of him, was laying down. She ran from the bleachers in her heels onto the field talking about my son, my son. I said, oh my God. When I heard this, I was just like, and my son was like, oh, it's okay. It was no big deal. I'm like, that wouldn't happen in my day. My mom came running. I thought I would have got it real quick. I'm good. I'm good.
Hey, Simon, you had anything like that? I don't think mom ever did that.
Oh no, she would when I was playing baseball, she would do a lot of the sweet peas and that's the sweet pea at the foot. I'm like, really? Like this is what we're doing right now?
Go ahead, sweet pea.
So I'm like, and she likes to scream, like she gets excited. So I'm like, it's okay, enjoy yourself.
Sweet pea on second base.
My reputation is on the line right now. You do
You know you recorded. So when Malachi is going through his recruiting phase, so I was with the camera recording. Out of all the games, I never forget, it was at Springbrook High School. I'm on the visitor side with the camera. Why does this boy, not him, one of the players kick the ball? Where's the ball come straight at me with the camera? It could have gone any other place.
I remember that.
The camera, like, I don't believe this. It's crazy. One day,
so did the recording finish, or like did it keep going?
It ended because my face.
So Simon, what about you? What did you play?
Oh Lord, have mercy. Where do I begin?
Oh,
no.
goodness.
Okay.
This was a 2-hour show.
Yeah. Of course, he was a football, soccer. I played soccer from all my time in England. Cricket. I was on a cricket team. Never did want to play rugby. We were made to play rugby at school because it was a PT thing. But after that, no volleyball. I played volleyball for 3 years at school. And then most of it was just soccer. But I was the kind of player. I played a lot of racquetball. I played a lot of tennis. And I did speed skating. Yes. I was. Both of y'all did the same thing.
That makes sense. That makes sense when you see him skate, but like,
yeah, see,
okay.
When you see, but speed skating was tough because I'm skating for like 8 years, just skating every Saturday. I didn't skate on no Sundays. No Sundays. Anyone watching? I was skating, but that was my career, and I think a lot of that athletic thing came. That came into Simon too. So he's like that and competitive. So when he was going through his stages, we would go through it, and I wouldn't give him a break for nothing. Nothing was easy. If he beat me, he beat me, and that's when we knew. So I would never let him beat me.
Well, that brings out a good question. So when we look at sports, how many of you guys think sports are fixed or rigged?
Well, before, let's take off this question because this is a good question. Let's take that question down.
Okay.
And then we'll get to that's the question we got to get to. We're going to get that question. But yeah, go ahead and ask your question, Mark.
So do you guys think some sports are fixed and rigged by, let's say, by gambling, the mafia, or things of that nature?
Wrestling.
You can go first.
Wrestling.
To say fixed is like, I would yes and no. I would say it's weird. I would say no off of sports that are like, I would say purely for like the fan base. So when it comes to like soccer, or baseball, like those two major sports, no. But sports like basketball and football, absolutely. I mean, here's a coincidence that we all, I mean, RIP to the Ravens, but the fact that the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl, and it just so happens that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are dating. Taylor Swift, one of the most, I mean, if we be blunt, one of the most influential and like revenue bringing into a city performers like in our time. Influential. In our time, I mean, it's what are the odds that he makes it? I mean, Chiefs. I mean, great team. Patty Mahomes. I mean, great quarterback. I mean, great team overall. What is this? Their fourth Super Bowl appearance in the past 5 years?
5 years, but
Yeah,
So,
5.
so wait, so what was the point of them making it last year then? They weren't going out.
They weren't.
They weren't going out last year. And what about the other two times they went?
Well, I mean, hey, I just this now is just like
Things that
what are
make
the odds
you say,
that they make it?
"Hmm."
And
Things
then
that
if you
make
think about it,
say,
right?
"Hmm."
Huh?
I said things that make you say,
Yeah. And think about it. Like, for example, if you have how many games are in the finals? What is it, like 7 games, 8 games? Was it? I forget last year how many.
7. Yeah, best out of 7. NBA.
I'm like, do you really need 7 games? Do you really need 7 games?
You do in basketball.
Yeah,
Basketball?
because it can home field advantage and the money.
It's like any sport, right? Any given day, a team can beat another team. They want to make sure the best team actually wins. So for you to win 4 out of 7, you are really saying you're the better team. That's pretty much just saying, right? Because you're proving something over time. Football can't do it because of the physicality of the game, but the World Cup kind of does it because it puts you in group stages.
Well, yeah, true.
I feel like that's just like an unfortunate draw. Like if you're like,
it depends on what your draw is. Yeah.
No, but remember,
and you're like,
remember the World Cup. There's 8 nations who are number 1. So all of them going to be from 1 to 8 from the top of the divisions. All of them going to get that. And then after that, they pick the next ones down 3. So you could end up with, I don't know, Cambodia, Japan, or whatever. It's just so they need to draw. I don't know if you've ever seen a draw in the World Cup, but they pick them from a ball, from a big bowl.
Yeah.
So that's how they do that. What's your opinion, Simon? Come on.
Yeah. So I do and I don't. As far as the Kansas City and the Ravens, I love the Ravens. That wasn't fixed. That was just the Ravens didn't play that ball. But I will say it's fixed in the NBA because it's like proven, like with the Chris Paul and the referee Foster, like every time he referees one of Chris Paul's games, then he loses somehow. So I think it's mixed. I think it's more money based on how much money we can make from wherever, if it costs more to have, like Malachi was saying, Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl. But I really, yes and no, but because she's not performing, but she'll be there. But
and how much screen time she's gotten.
Yeah, she's gotten more screen time.
We got questions. We got questions. Asking questions. Want to get to them.
From the top.
Let me get to Simon Jr.'s point about money. If it was money, then you would see LA, New York, Chicago, Dallas, Miami, all the big market teams make most of these championships. They don't, but you would see that. But I hear everybody's opinion. We got too many questions. We don't have a long enough show.
Wait, so are you thinking about like a championship scheme or like a game-to-game type thing?
It's championship games.
Okay, championship. I don't, unless it's a horrible, like egregious call, but yeah, I can see championship. It's not rigged, but
no. Okay, we got this. This is another long question. It seems like female teams don't get the same recognition as men. You're right.
We tried to get this at the end of the show. Here we go.
No, you can answer that for your mom.
I would say, I mean, so this is more of a question than a statement, but it's just a statement. Female teams just don't get as much recognition as men do. I mean, I know the usual debate or the usual comment on that is because men's sports just drive so much more revenue, like ticket sales and views and watches as well. But I would also say that if you do really want to get into women's sports, like you can, like think about what is it, LSU last year, March Madness, like that's insane. You know, they do have their airtime, but I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, not as much recognition as men's sports, unfortunately, because I mean, think about it. If, like, for example, the U.S. women's national team, if they put more focus on that team than the men's national team for soccer, because men's U.S. soccer team can't do anything. The U.S. women's national team, they could put so much more focus on them, and I'm sure it would drive more teams.
They do better. Mac, they tried that, Mac. They tried that. the women that they tried to do that. And then one young lady, she wanted to change the whole replica of women's soccer because she thought that they were bringing in a whole lot of revenue, and they weren't. I mean, they only did that because Miss Rapinoe, she wanted equal and all that. Look, if I go to a soccer game, the stadiums are packed out when the World Cup is going on, whatever. But when the Women's World Cup was going on, it wasn't packed out.
Yeah.
So then what you're saying, then, women's sports are not as entertaining as men's sports?
That's good.
That can be that is another point because
it's not.
Because
I can get all the flack. I don't mind. Go ahead, Simon.
Yeah, no, well, it really isn't. But I guess like for volleyball, I forgot the two teams, so I don't want to say the two teams. But for women's volleyball, they had one of the most watched college sports games because they was in a football stadium and millions of people watched it. So I believe it depends on the sport and the player particularly for women. But I'm gonna just speak on basketball because that's what I watch the most. When I watch basketball, it's just me personally. I can't watch and I coach basketball too, so it's I can't watch layups and 4 shots all the time. It's a lot of highly skilled girls out there. Don't get me wrong, and you can see them, but it's different when you dunk and crossover shoot. And girls can do that, or women can do that. But the dunking, the flashiness, the adding on, the men are trying to help, but they got a long way to go. But they made a lot of progress. Though.
Isn't it true that they didn't want to lower the net?
Women's basketball team could not beat this nation's best high school boys team.
Varsity team?
Varsity team. It would not happen.
I did see that conversation.
Could not.
Who said that?
Could not beat the best boys high school team. It just wouldn't happen.
So
I do agree.
Didn't the U.S. national women's team play a college football team?
No, they played a 15-year-old team and lost 4-0. And
no, they're 9-0.
They played the team that what's his name owns. Oh God, Deadpool. What's his name?
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh,
Wrexham,
Ryan Reynolds.
Wrexham FC.
Wrexham. They played Wrexham FC and lost 12-0. That was a great game.
We got some more questions.
More questions. Yeah.
I just wish we would stop comparing that.
Thank you for submitting them. Let's get through some of these questions on here.
Are female players paid the same as men?
No. Keep going.
Some depending on the man and the woman. because I know Angel Reese.
Now,
she makes more than some men. She's still in college and she still makes more than some men.
Yeah, she's not doing it off the sports though. She's doing it off her looks because she's not that great of a basketball player.
And the controversy.
Yeah, but I said she played well enough, I guess, to get the extras. Yeah, to get the extras.
So it's revenue, right? It really depends. Mm-hmm. Women are getting paid as much as men, revenue percentage wise, not dollar amount wise, but revenue percentage wise. They make as much revenue. For instance, basketball, they make as much revenue percentage wise, 52% of the revenue. It's just that they don't bring in as much revenue.
Yes, but you can't give out more than you bringing in. So
bring in. Can anyone? This is a good question. I can raise your hand.
Wait a minute. Yes, I can swim as long as my feet.
I can swim.
Yeah, I can swim.
I can swim.
Yeah. All right.
I'm the only one.
So Bishop Fulton.
I can swim. I'm just not gonna race nobody.
I'm not a Phelps or anybody, but
yeah, but see, that's the question. I'm not gonna try it out for no team, but I can swim.
Uh-oh.
Protective eyewear should be enforced. Okay.
Look at this.
See, okay.
Wait, you gotta read the rest. If Mac was still at home, I'm
gonna feel again and again with
should be enforced.
So wait a minute. So every soccer player gotta wear dog glasses.
It's getting worse.
My
reputation is on the line.
What? When you swing at a golf ball, they got glasses.
Next time the next time I see Matt play any sport, I would say, "Yo, man, where's your glasses? Where's your
Where's your
glasses?"
glasses at? Where's your goggles?
I'm gonna tell him, get off the field, bro. You're gonna cause everyone to wear glasses.
Oh my god.
Next question. Lord Jesus.
But going back to the women,
No,
I have seen women basketball players give guy basketball players work, meaning like
Okay.
they just destroyed them.
Okay.
Guard for guard, depend like certain same height and everything.
okay. So when you say give them work, are you talking about a regular guy on the street who plays basketball or another professional?
Well, in this case, it was two high school players.
Oh, yeah.
It was 2 high school players.
Two high school players.
I got to see that.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
I do
Producer
understand.
wants us to keep going.
I know, but before we get that, I do understand that Curry is supposed to do a 3-point shoot against the girl from
Sabrina Ionescu.
yes, they're
Yeah.
supposed to have a 3-point shootout somehow.
That doesn't count.
He does.
It's the day. It's the day.
Yeah, it's because she made the most 3-pointers in the 3-point shooting competition, so he wants to.
But to our
Beat it,
followers,
pretty much.
it counts because he's a guy versus female, and they want to know what happens.
No, I want to see.
No,
Curry will beat him.
I want to see the rules. I want to see if it's a guy's ball, what line they're shooting from, things like that.
All right.
Yep.
What's the next one?
John Randall.
no, man, don't get me started on that Taylor Swift stuff. Okay, next one.
Yeah.
Next one. Yeah.
And there is
It's a
revenue.
good one. It's a good one.
But where is the female
I thought about this.
representation on
Yeah.
this panel?
I thought about this.
They're
And
not here.
I'm just
It's in the
Actually,
comments.
No,
I'm just- I
actually,
know.
we were planning this show.
Yes.
We were trying to think of a female person we could try to get. Due to the shortness of the time, we're not able to.
And we was thinking of Calander. She was a sprinter. She was at the Olympics.
Right.
Actually, Allison Randall. She was shot put for Jamaica.
Mhm.
Um,
And there's another person. Forgot
there was
about it.
one more person, but
So that's why we're not having female representation.
and we're not trying. But it's okay. Yes,
No,
we
tell
do
me
gonna have female.
Hey, hold on, Simon. What did you say?
I'm gonna.
I've seen you. What did you say about why we can't get a female representation? What did you say?
drum roll.
Did I just say, or you want me to say?
No, before when we were talking, what did you say? You said there was something that women did not know enough about.
What did he say? Is he trying to put some words in my mouth?
You did say something. You did say something.
What did I say?
You said women don't know enough about different sports. They know their sport. I agree with you.
Oh, we had that discuss. Okay, then yes.
I agree.
We, oh yeah, we said that. Okay. In general, I don't know if I could be wrong, and if you're all out there, you can text. When a female was in a sport, it's usually the sport they in and they concentrate on. So I mean, I'm sure they know other sports, but they generally focus on one sport.
That is their sport.
That's their sport.
Right.
That's what I says. And this person says, invite the daughters on. We did talk about that. You're just trying to be ahead of the game right now. So we did talk about that.
Right.
And as far as the women on the show, we do have some ladies, young ladies, and coming on the show, but it's Warriors United FC. And we're going to get this question all the time, but it's
all good.
A brother show.
It's all good.
Yes, but we will invite you.
We love hearing from the women.
That's right.
We love
To be correct, I said I love my city, so I had to. Well, I said I love my city.
Yes, Simone, get him.
So I had to support the Ravens because my team was out early.
Oh, he says to call him.
She tried to.
So here's our producer again trying to find something.
Yeah.
Sports and addiction to sports is a distraction, averting the attention of the participants from the real world issues. Yes, we all agree. Next question.
Yes, next question. We agree.
But to his point, though, would you agree that the NFL, I always classify it as the mega church? You have more people that would go to an NFL game on a Sunday than it would show up in a house of worship. Would you agree or disagree?
No, I disagree.
No?
Yeah, it depends on who's Christians and who not. Oh, we're not.
But you could say baseball too. I mean, there's some sports that. Okay,
not playing on Sundays.
Okay. See, so can I say when I was younger?
Yeah, when was that?
That was like 50 years ago.
I know.
Anyway,
Got him.
no, when I was at church in my day, you're gonna need Jesus in a minute. When I was at church, we couldn't play sports.
Yeah.
We could not play sports. And especially on a Sunday was definitely enough. Don't even think about playing a sport. And I played football, soccer on Saturdays. And that was still controversial because you wearing shorts or something like that. And in back then, them days, women are looking at you and they're looking at your legs and all that stuff. And females, I'm not sure if I'm wrong. It was like no females in our church played sport. Oh wow.
Yeah. I was in that era. We couldn't play sports, but sports was not on a Sunday. That's how I was teasing Malachi earlier. You couldn't. I remember we had a practice on a Sunday, and I had to get my coach to call my mother and promise her that I would be out in time to get to night service.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's
when we had those 8 o'clock services, so we can go to service and then still got to the game. So that was the saving grace right there.
That's a different story. My dad, when I said tournament, and I was a pretty decent athlete, and when my parents did not let me go to any traveling team, coaches called my house, and not one. So yeah, it was a bitter youth. It was a bitter youth.
Questions, they coming up fast, bro.
Oh, wait a minute.
Jesus, what is going on?
Oh, here we go.
Read it. No. Malachi, read it, Malachi.
Holly said, bro, I told my family that if Travis Kelce came my way, capital M-Y, way, I'd bring him to church and get saved. But I know my dad wouldn't stand for that, though. I'm going to let you take that one.
Boy, she got a lot of power. Jesus.
She said that yesterday, too.
Oh, my God.
How can a sport with many team members be fixed? The Ravens were definitely trying to win. They just didn't.
Well, we had that conversation the other day about, I think Ruth, you were talking about if like on a basketball team that it's easier to have a fixed game because of there's not as many players. So one person can actually throw the game. But on a team like the Ravens, where you know someone's caliber, and they start doing what they normally do, you kind of question what's going on. So it'll make it more obvious. But a basketball team, you probably could do something like that.
I think you can still fix a football game if it's like situational. Like if it's, I don't know, 17-17 fourth quarter, and someone wants Mahomes to win instead of Lamar, they can call a blatant holding or whatever call you want to tip the scale, knowing that
because betting now, you can bet on anything now.
Yes.
And so that's got to be vitally important that it's 3 points and 7 points can make you lose a whole lot of money.
Also,
I
did hear that the ref yesterday was more prone to be in favor of the away team. Just statistically, also only 40%
of the home teams when that crew was on lost.
It happens.
Yep.
It's people's bias. I don't know if it's fixed, but sometimes it's the bias. I mean, there was one that said he doesn't even like football. He just doesn't.
Didn't you make the ref statement that one of the refs said that he didn't even like football?
Yeah, one of the refs said I don't even like football. I just do it because I get paid.
Yeah, handsomely. That's what.
Yeah. But also yesterday, if I can be honest, the Ravens loss was self-inflicted injury, right? Zay Flowers, you kidding me, bro? You don't taunt a player when you have an amazing catch and you taunt a player, a 15-yard penalty. And also, granted, the touchdown he also had was right there. That could have, but still, a lot of self-inflicted injuries. I think that could have been.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame the Zay Flowers one for the taunting one.
Because I'm not blaming that touchdown thing.
Because in the moment, you work to get here, and you're you're killing the game. So it's and he was talking trash 2 minutes ago when we lined up, and so I wouldn't have called it, but I mean, you can't. Yeah.
All right, keep it moving.
Brother Howell, the University of South Carolina women's basketball, still a women's basketball team. I can get 5 guys off the street to beat them.
Oh man, you cold, bro.
You go. Be on the prayer line on Thursday morning, Wednesday or Thursday morning, bro.
Oh, that was cold.
That was cold. Is it more likely that one-on-one sports like boxing or wrestling could have some fixed?
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh,
what it
yes.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a given.
Yeah, wrestling is already fixed.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Yeah,
wrestling.
wrestling. You're
Vegas,
acting.
come on.
You're acting
Yeah.
out how to fight and wrestle.
You literally get a script. Like you literally get a
Like-
script.
Come on, man.
Once
Boxing, I think for boxing though,
boxing could be fixed.
you have to for the champion, you have to knock them out in order to be or have a convincing win. Other than that, they're gonna tip it to the champion every time.
Maybe, but boxing can be easily fixed.
Oh yeah.
That,
Yeah.
that's a game that probably has been fixed many times, especially when the mob comes involved.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
Oh
No
yeah.
mas.
That,
No
the scoring is
mas.
terrible.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm gonna tip the score too.
There we go. John Ronald Jr. I can swim pretty well, actually. Laugh out. He's a lifeguard. Of course, you better had.
Hey, but a shot put.
Yeah, shot put. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shot put.
Yeah, I think he also tried out for the Olympics, right? Didn't he?
Yeah, he'll let us know, but I think he did.
Okay.
Yeah,
John, let us know if you tried out for the Olympics. Put in the chat if you tried out for the Olympics.
Little John. You know, Little John.
All right.
Yes, he did. Oh, this one's, I guess, for us.
Okay.
Thank you for at least entertaining the thought of female represent. You know what, Nurse Esther? I will hug you on Sunday.
Right.
We appreciate you.
That's right.
We will
Thank
have,
you.
okay, look, okay, let's say right now, we will have a show,
We will.
us and with some ladies.
Yes.
Then we got to think of what we can do. We will have them on, and we
Yeah.
will have them represent the ladies, and we will see what happens.
Yes.
I don't know what happens.
You still get a hug on Sunday.
Right. There you go.
I feel attacked.
Sabrina.
I feel attacked. No, why?
Sabrina.
Why?
Sabrina.
Well, no, to her credit, she did get me into volleyball. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be playing volleyball right now.
But at the same time, and Simon knows his sister, if she plays a sport, she doesn't want us to let her win. She wants to win and know that she won. And we've had many, many battles on male and female athletes.
To this day,
Yeah.
I'm about to say, to this day, if me, Simone, and Sabrina are racing, we race until somebody's injured.
Exactly. We did it one time. No,
Yeah.
His point. One time we all went to go to the movies up in Arundel Mills. And for some reason, all five of us had a race.
It was a straightaway. You had to. It was necessary.
We had a straightaway race. I'm talking about Rachel, me, Simon, Simone. We all had a race because we were competitive at the movies.
That's when I took the title of the fastest.
That's special. All right, what do we have?
Where did this question come from? We even talked about cricket yet. So
I got a question.
Before you said that question, look, we enjoy everybody typing. We enjoy all these texts, but please don't forget, press subscribe
And like.
and share. Please.
Yes.
We're all doing great. We're enjoying and we love you for doing this. Thank you.
All right. So I guess I'll ask Malachi, how did sports affect your mental?
Oh, I love this. This is a great question, Simon. Wow, you should be like an interviewer.
What are you
How
trying to
did
say?
sports-
We need to switch?
see, took one thing and went all the way here.
I know.
Go ahead.
How did sports affect like my mentality, just like life?
Mm-hmm.
I would say it really helped me just work with like a team really well, knowing that everyone has different like gifts and attributes to contribute to literally achieving like your goal, but also teaches you like how to take an L and just how to lose well. You know, I remember one time I lost in a game and my dad was like, "Don't cry." And I was like, "But we lost." Also, I was very young. And I remember I've only cried twice in my entire soccer career. First when I was very young in like MSI, and then the second time was when we lost our state championships at Blake at home, and then we lost, and then
I felt that.
My coach came and wrapped his arm around me, and then I was crying, and my dad was like, "Mac, don't cry. You're gonna make me cry." And then it just so happens that there was a college scout at my game, and I was just bawling. I was like, "How, bro?" Like, but no, it taught me how to just like lose well and to just work harder for next time. But also, yeah, I mean now, like when I'm playing soccer now, I don't play to like have fun. Like I play to be like the best and to win. You know, that's just kind of how I. Yeah.
At what age? 35? 35?
No, 35. I don't know. We'll see. 35. I'm not gonna listen on Sundays. I can tell you something. So Sundays at church, and I'll play.
Sundays?
Yeah, I know, but it's at night. It's at night.
Yes, at night.
See, 8 o'clock. I've told my teammates this before. I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna play soccer on a Sunday to have fun. I'm playing to win. Like this is where we're at right now. But yeah, so that's how I would say soccer.
Now, I will tell you this. I will tell you this, Michael. I was the same way. Ask anybody who knows me. I was the same with basketball.
Yes.
I played to win. Matter of fact, I was doing that even when we had the cookouts for at convocation.
Yes.
I remember. Yeah.
until we got banned at convocation because someone sprained their ankle.
but you do realize, I did realize that I want to win, but I realized that when it wasn't everything. But man, there were certain people, if they were playing, I got to win.
Put it back on you, Simon. Put that question back on you. Go ahead.
It helped a lot. It was the practices. Where it was really more so the practices. It wasn't child abuse. So, but my dad was saying he would ask a question. He's like, "Do you really want to play?" He said, "Yeah." And then he's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna be tougher on you than what you expect." But he'll be in my ear talking trash. Like, it would get me frustrated a lot of the times. But then after a while, I started getting used to the trash talking. Then it was like, oh, he's hitting harder than kids would, or I don't know, being more physical than a child would, or going up high school and things like that. So when I got to the court, I couldn't hear the trash talking. I couldn't hear, I was always shorter. So the taller people trying to pick on me. I'm like, no, I already know how to maneuver around you or play against you because of that. So yeah, the noise is blocked out, practice. And then I realized it was levels to it. Yeah. You got people who doing it for fun. You got people who really don't want to lose, but then you got people who that's their life, where that's a part of their daily plan, where 5:30 they getting up running, 6:30 they putting up about 500 shots or something like that. And yeah, so I learned, but my mental is very strong because of sports.
That's good.
Questions?
So where's the world learn cricket and football and soccer?
Ending up with cricket?
From someone.
The colonization.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to bring up the.
So here it goes. They learned it from the people who taught them the game.
Bam. Mic drop.
Got him.
And he asking the question, and he coming from where he came from. Did you ever play cricket, Ken?
John says no, he was not going to lend it to his sister Alice. Okay. Thanks, John.
John, I believe in you, though. I believe in you, John.
For sure.
Exactly. Oh, my daughter said thank you. I must have said something right. Thank you.
I think when Simon Jr. said that she introduced him to volleyball.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's a good comeback, Rupert. That's a great comeback. Okay, I need another.
See, here's the next one.
Oh, you go ahead.
She cheered.
Holly did cheer. Yep, Holly did cheer on the sideline.
I didn't get Mal. Oh, I didn't get Mal into soccer. Okay.
Oh. I would have called. So
Malachi's getting attacked tonight. He's getting attacked.
We're gonna sign you up for rugby, okay? We're gonna do this, okay? We're gonna sign up for rugby, okay? And she can call Judge Judy. All she wants, we're gonna sign up for rugby.
But wait a minute. Anita could have stayed in church if she wanted to call a judge.
That's right.
She could have called Judge that. Anyway,
okay, so let's talk about this question, because this question, he's bringing up some crazy sports, but there are some crazy sports out there. And so we have a couple minutes. What do you consider the most craziest sport that you ever saw?
Oh, easy. Honestly, like F1 racing.
F1 racing. Really?
Absolutely.
Explain.
Like the cockpit is over 100 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting G forces as you're what? Like you're gonna drive. You're driving this car in this course over what 80, 100 miles an hour. Like, and you're what? That's insane to me. That's wild. I'm sorry.
Go, Simon.
Well, it's either the sport we just watched before the show, or
Yeah.
or I forgot what it's called, but it's the same thing but in water. They're fighting
Water
in
polo?
water. Yeah, no, it's something different. Like they're fighting like in the water, like holding each other underwater. I can't. I panic if I get a cramp. If I got a cramp in my leg and I'm swimming, I don't know what to do with it.
It's a wrap, bro.
So-
It's quick.
Do they got snorkels on or something? Or
I could swim, but not that well.
What's crazy for you?
Oh man, I think watching the cheese racing.
Oh, that's mine. I was just about to say that. No.
Oh, the cheese wheel.
No.
What?
It's called.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
It's called cheese rolling. It's in England. I think it's in Gloucester. Anyway, so what happens is they got a roll of cheese.
And roll it down the hill.
Roll it down the hill. Soon as it rolls, you got like 50 people running down the hill chasing.
See, I would do that. I would do that if I
Now-
was younger. Not now.
You're guaranteed out of 50 people, at least 25 of them are gonna get hurt.
Yes.
They gonna
A
get
broken
hurt
bone for sure.
because they rolling upside down, landing, boom. And you know what the prize is? The prize is the cheese.
The cheese. Yeah.
And a trophy.
And a trophy.
Eating good.
And cheese.
And you're beat up.
You're beat up.
What about yours, Rupert? What is yours?
So mine is, I don't know if it's a sport, but they do it. It's where they stick their hand in big holes in the water and they can't catch fish by their
Fish.
arms.
Oh, I know. Yeah, catfish. Bare hand catfish. Yeah.
Yeah,
And catfish, ice fishing thing. Yeah.
yeah, they put their hand in a hole underwater and the catfish bites their arm. And they
Yeah,
pull it out.
Oh, good job there's no shark down there or nothing like that.
That is funny.
That's a sport I play.
So, Matt, what would you say while your sports career, your most embarrassing moment? I have one for you.
I know what it is too. I know what you're thinking about.
Talk about it then.
Which one is it?
Bro, it was high school.
Yes,
We were playing against my dad's former college, and
high school team.
someone kicked the ball, and I caught it. I wasn't playing goalie. I was playing midfield. I caught the ball mid-game, and I thought someone blew a whistle. So they're, what are you doing? And I was like, did no one blow a whistle? So I fully caught the ball mid-game, and that was the most embarrassing moment. Actually, no, I have another one as well.
Yes, you gotta remember, you were playing keeper for your travel team.
Yeah,
at the
so
time.
I was,
And you were playing forward for your high school team. So you had your
And
keeper
and-
mentality.
yeah. And my second one was, I don't
Oh,
know.
you got two?
This is embarrassing. Yeah, I have two. This is really bad. So we were for my club team, we were in Florida for nationals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then our coach for some reason gave us, I don't know why we had pizza the night before or the day of a game.
Oh,
Yeah,
You
bro,
know,
I
yeah.
tell you, like first half,
Mm.
I was like, "But you gotta sub me out," and I ran to the bathroom and I did what I had to do. And that's
you
it,
know,
and that's where we're
you
at.
know, a Manchester United player did that for real.
See?
Oh yeah, oh really? Who?
He did it for real. And when he came back, the crowd started singing. He went to the bathroom
Yeah.
and and they sang it in the stands.
Oh.
Well, that
he
was me, so-
embarrassed. Go,
What
Simon.
about yours, Simon?
I don't
Yeah, I was about to say two. She's really doing this. So one of them was baseball, and I thought I read the pitch correctly. So I lined it up slower than what I thought, and I swung really hard, and I missed it, and it came back and hit me in the back of the head. and the most embarrassing part was it wasn't like a strike three or anything. It was just I had to sit there and listen to laughs. And then the second one was because I was always small, and so usually when you make a varsity team, it's bigger players. And so my jersey and my shorts were a little bit big, so I had to roll them up. And so I went to shoot, and I came down and my shorts fell.
Oh no!
So I said, forget basketball, pulled them up. I said, yeah, I could come out for a couple. And yeah, that was pretty embarrassing because kids in school are cruel, you know. So.
I think mine was not just embarrassing but disrespectful.
Uh-oh.
Because what happened was we was playing a team and we was losing 3-0. So they got rid of the goalkeeper. So they said he want to be goalkeeper. So I says, okay, I'll be goalkeeper. So anyway, the defense sucked. We had no defense. They kept coming down, and I let in 2 goals because I couldn't stop them. So one of them said, Simon, are you going to stop there? I says, what? I volunteered for this. You know what? I just walked off. I just walked off and said, hey, you going to play? I just walked off, and they're going, where's the goalkeeper? And I heard someone shout, oh, he by the locker room. So
well, mine was going to practice. I never forget this. My mom was carpooling, so we had other guys in the car. We get into the field. We get on the field. I'm going, where are my cleats? I left the cleats in the car. My mom was gone. I had to practice in tennis shoes, which is the worst thing to do to try to practice football in your tennis. You had no chance to do nothing. I mean, going, okay, what can you do?
You might as well fake an injury at that point.
I thought I was
he was running in socks.
What about you?
You got more. Yeah, Tony.
So mine was if Debbie was on, she's part of this. So the girls' soccer team in high school just restarted when I was a freshman. So she was a junior, I was a freshman. She decided to play the soccer. My sister, when she was younger, she was a little bit heavier. She wasn't anywhere close to an athlete like I was. I was on to be the athlete. I was a freshman. So she was playing fullback. I was playing winger. A ball was up. It was 50-50. I went running to it, and I started just to tease. I was younger, like, My sister took a full swing at that ball. She totally missed the ball, but she caught me. I did a total flip in the air. I landed on the grass. The grass was just cut. So you see grass fly up in the air. And my whole soccer team fell out laughing. I'm on my back going, oh my God. And my sister just looking at me. And she goes and kicks the ball down. It gets nothing. That was my most embarrassing. Yeah. Yeah, that was.
Well, we'll take this one from our producer. So if you guys play sports, what would you have done different? I just paraphrased it.
I would have died.
With Rupert, because I can't picture myself not.
Yeah, I can. Now, if I didn't play, I mean, I would probably do. Well, I'm still playing, but do what I'm doing now. Probably coaching and have like a rec center.
But to Ken, though, that would be a sport. Because you're coaching a sport.
I know, but I mean,
but that's what me and Rupert said.
Yeah, we played since it was like such a young age where it was like, yeah, this is what we do. I mean, engineering. I mean, that helps. I don't.
What about you?
Let me put this one up first.
Love you too, Mom.
With a heart.
I would have.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I would have. I feel like I would have done like full send into film and video. So actually, the reason why I played soccer in college was because my dad was actually. Well, you know this, but I wasn't looking to play soccer in college. I actually wanted to go like straight into film. So my first choice was Pace University in New York because I had a great film program. And then there was also Lancaster Bible that had a soccer team, but the film program wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. But then my dad was like, Malachi, you played soccer all these years. You're playing soccer in college. And I was like, all right. So yeah, I would have like full sent to film school if I wasn't playing soccer, but you know what? I don't regret it at all because I had TV music great, and also in Baltimore, gang. It was a great film program and soccer team. So yeah.
Wow, this has been great conversations, guys. We really appreciate you.
Yes,
This has
we
been good.
do.
This has been good.
He said cricket.
Hey, Youngins,
Really?
you got any questions for us?
Real quick.
Oh yeah, I have one.
Make it quick, please. We got 4
Yeah.
minutes.
How did you handle wins in your sports, and how do you handle wins in your life now? Like, how do you handle success?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Sports wise, I was upset when we lost, but now I've learned that it's not always about winning or losing. It's just how you play the game. And in career wise, you're gonna take your ups and your downs. You gotta go with it.
Sorry, I was a bad loser, bro. I was a bad loser, and let me tell you this: probably to this day now. No, I know how to control it now, but before, if my team lost, Birmingham City lost, and I went home, straight to the bedroom, closed the door, boom, that was it. No one could talk to me for a little while. No one could talk to me I didn't want no conversation with nobody. Now, I mean, it still hurt, but I can handle it because now I know I'm going to get feedback from a whole lot of people. And then church did a whole lot for me for that.
Right.
Church did a whole lot for me for that. How, look, they're not paying me. They're not doing this. It still hurt when we lose, but I can control it better. But yes, back then, no, I was a bad loser. That made me more competitive because I didn't want to lose. So
definitely, I'm a horrible loser.
Yes, yeah. I've had many times where I had to do something either on the court, baseball, or whatever. It's just a discussion. Yeah.
Hey, I got benched because I didn't smile while we were losing.
Yes.
What about you, Rupert?
I wasn't a sore loser, but I tell you, when I lost, it stayed with me for days. I could remember every bad play that I did for days. And I wasn't a sore loser, though. I would, congratulate the team, be happy if the team won, but it was just tough. But it taught me, really, the biggest thing that taught me was my dad. When I did one of Malachi's things, first time I played baseball, I struck out, I started crying. My dad called me over and said, what are you crying for? I said, I just struck out. And he looked at me and said, well, is the game over? Or can we leave now? I go, no, the game's over. This is the first inning. I'm going to get back another bat. He goes, and why are you crying? You're going to get another chance. And that taught me in life that there's always another chance. So I use that.
I'm going to get my son-in-law in this because I don't know how many times he watches. He said sports are critical to the fabric of life.
We agree. Wow. This show went by
Deaconess Wisdom.
Fast.
Deacon Wisdom, sorry.
Yeah, this show went by fast. We thank our young host with us tonight.
Yes, we do.
Bone of our bones.
Yes.
We thank you guys. Hey, again, we appreciate you all. You doing what? Hitting what?
Like, subscribe, and share.
And stay tuned for next week, and you will hear us say,
You're
welcome.
What is this always pausing? Bye, guys.
One more time.